All right, Shalom. I'm going to say call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders at GMS that rule well. Peace and blessings to the Akim that's out there fighting, doing this work with truth and sincerity. Back here again with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect men out there that's listening and watching these videos. Just a quick lesson through the Spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I would listen to GMS, Mawatazak, Bon Gad 2. And in the corner of my phone, you can see that there's a picture of Donald Trump where he played this recording from TikTok where he spoke about on dealing with Iran. And you see before you hear, you have Russia and China ships were sent to Iran. This one day ago, video shows Russian and Chinese warships arriving in Iranian waters. You know, Iran, China, and Russia launch annual joint naval drills, right? These just the headlines that I just Googled. Iran and China and Russia launched naval joint drills one day ago. Russia begins naval exercises with China and Iran in Gulf of Oman. Listen to what this on the brother page. Listen to what Donald Trump says. Should like it.
Stone Cold broke, and now they have a lot of money. But that's going to be the next thing you'll be talking about is Iran. What's going to happen with Iran? And there'll be some interesting days ahead. That's all I can tell you. You know, we're down to final strokes with Iran. That's going to be an interesting time. And we'll see what happens. But we're down to the final moments. We're at final moments. You can't let them have a nuclear weapon. I think that I would have had a deal within 1 month after the rigged election of 2020. They were all set to make a deal. And then when I lost, they saw this person who's a stupid person, very stupid person. And they said, let's not make a deal. And they were right. He took the sanctions off. They became rich under Biden. They went from having no money to having $300 billion. All in a short period. It's oil. Oil builds up fast. It's a nice living if you have a nice oil well. And they do. They have a lot of nice oil wells, right? So anyway, it's going to be a big thing. It's an interesting time in the history of the world. But we have a situation with Iran that something's going to happen very soon. Very, very soon. You'll be talking about that pretty soon, I guess. And hopefully we can have a peace deal. You know, I'm not speaking out of strength or weakness. I'm just saying I'd rather see a peace deal than the other. But the other will solve the problem.
Mr. President, your ally.
You know the other entails, you know what I mean? War. So beginning with the apostles and elders and the men on down, and the great men that taught the apostles and elders that was before them, has been, you know, and now the apostles and elders and the bishops and the men on down, the elders and everybody that's out there laboring with truth and sincerity is telling you about prophecy. No other Israelite group goes into the book of Daniel that I know of, or the book of Revelations, the prophecies in Isaiah, the prophecies in Jeremiah, the prophecies throughout the book, man. That's lining up with today's time that we're living in. Then all of a sudden he made that statement. Now you see Russia begins naval exercise with China and Iran in the Gulf of Oman a day ago. Because like the scripture said right here in the book of Jeremiah 50:22, there's a sound of battle in the land. You see, there's a sound of battle in the land. And beginning with the apostles and elders, man, and the bishops and the men on down, has been telling you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You've been scattered throughout the four corners of this planet because of the disobedience that we've done. You will come back looking like other nations because we have sex with other women of these other nations. So therefore, the Israelites will come looking like a speckled bird, as it says, I think I remember in the book of Isaiah, I believe. The laws, statutes, and commandments were given unto you. So it's up to you. The Lord is sending out his men before you, but you don't want to adhere to sound doctrine. You don't want to believe it. You basically a bunch of, I think what they call agnostic, basically. And I could do a lesson on that definition, and I have some scriptures, because you don't believe the Lord's people here. They are spiritual people, but yet you don't believe that there's a higher power, man. Why I say that? Just look how you're living. You coming up against the men of the Lord. You're not even listening to see, like, this does make sense. But nonetheless, that word sound. Let me get the definition. 86963. Right? It says voice, sound, noise. Let's go down to the Strong's definition. From an unused root meaning to call aloud. To call aloud, a voice. That's why you see the men on the street corners speak aloud, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, to show the Lord's people their transgression. So that sound is a voice that's screaming basically at the top of the hill, basically, to let you know there's a sound of battle in the land. Everything, that's why the scripture always speak about wars, and rumors of wars. But this thing is going to take place, man, and it's going to take place in your time. That's why the Lord have his men out on the highways and byways and the lanes and hedges to that voice you hear, to speak loud, to tell the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, what's about to come down. You got people, I forget what city, cops are surrounding Elon Musk. I think maybe one location or several. I think I just saw the headlines which says officers are surrounding Elon Musk's dealership because people are outraged. So there's a lot of things that's happening on the planet, and it's all tied to biblical prophecies, and other groups are not even concerned with prophecy. This is very detrimental, man. Things are about to get ramped up, and the Sabbath is the Passover and the Sabbath is Thursday. You see? The blood moon. It's a lot of things about to start ramping up, on this earth. And the Lord set out men to warn you of these things, to give, so you can hear a voice, meaning a sound. So a sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. Let the battle cry be heard in the land, a shout of great destruction. This was on the menu of prophecy, one of them. Here in these times, you're going to witness uproars of the people. It ain't going to be no more wars and rumors of wars anymore. It's actually going to take place. You see? That are actually going to take place, because right here also, let me see. And go to the brother page, man. The beautiful brother Elder be getting it in, man. GMS from Watchers Out, Bun Gad 2. Go there and get edified, man. Right here in Revelations 9 and 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. The first terror is past, that's in the NLT. But look, two more terrors are coming. Woe means destruction. Woe means war. You have World War I has taken place, right? So one woe is past, and behold meaning look, there come two more woes, two more wars more hereafter, man. You see, you have World War I and World War II, right? Back in the same book, Revelations 11, starting at 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. You have World War I and World War II had already taken place, man. Now we in the beginning stages of World War III. This is going to take place in your time. That's why it's detrimental for you to snap out of a Slim Jim or snap into a Slim Jim. For those who watch these videos and come by and take notes, with the men out there prophesying, man, and for us for us as well to stay locked in and get rooted and grounded, man. Things are about to turn real dire soon come. We can't keep playing around, Just not the time for us to be playing around, man. Just time to really, really lock in, man. to follow the spirit. It's gonna be all kind of enchantments going on, all kind of sorcery where, man, this dude got all kind of projects out here that's gonna make people bug out. And it's the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi that's coming back. The Lord Yahweh Shai is coming back to redeem the elect of his people, man. That's why the scripture also say, woe, meaning destruction, unto you that desire the day of the Lord. He's not coming back like you've been taught, like the world has taught you. He's coming back to save everybody. No, he's not. He's not coming out passing out flowers and candy. The scriptures say in the book of Exodus that the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. Yahweh going to send his son Yahweh Shai back with the holy angels, man, to cause havoc on this place. Leading up to that, it's going to be all kind of uncivil, uncivil rest that's going to be taking place. They're going to be pushing the sea hip even more. The mark of the charagma. So there's a lot of things that's taking place that you people are not even aware of because you don't care about it. You think it's not going to happen in your time. And by him saying that about Iran, what he want the peace talks. But then he said, well, if we can't come to that, roughly paraphrasing what he just said, talking about Trump, then, there could be another solution. But we know what their solution is. But if you're spiritual and you're paying attention, then you know that this is it. This could very well be the last president. This could very well be the time the Lord come back and redeem the elect of his people, man. Instead of holding on to the hopes and dreams of this place, World War I and World War II has already passed. And the third will come quickly, man. I mean, the third world's war, man. Why are they over there with their battleships doing naval joint drills after he made that statement? This is biblical prophecy, man. You see, this is all biblical prophecy. A sound of battle was in the land. And this right here, Isaiah, just a quick lesson, 9:5 says what? For every battle of the warrior is fought with confused noise, meaning back then in the ancient times, and you was fighting with those horses. You riding a horse coming into battle. You got swords and spears and daggers and armor on and everything, making a clinking noise, clink, clink, you know what I mean? When you're fighting. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this war, this battle shall be with what? Burning and fuel of fire, man. You see? In the NLT, the boots of the warrior and their uniforms, blood stained by war. You see? Will all be burned. They will be fuel for the fire. That's what's going to happen, man. You're not going to be fighting again with swords. The modern day sword is the missile, tanks, weaponry. You see? And this is a time we so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to wake up out of sleep, man, because there's a sound of battle in the land. This man is making things happen, man. And like Apostle Tahar mentioned maybe a week or so ago, a few weeks ago, that Isaiah 4:1 is at the front door, meaning 7 women should take over 1 man. It's going to get so tight, the Lord's going to force you females to accept that a man going to have more than 1 woman. Ain't no way around it, man. Or get rolled on out here. Be stumped like mire in the street, basically. Mud. Be stumped down like mud, man. Because the times it's going to be about survival, man. And if you don't have the wisdom and knowledge and understanding as a man, then you're done. You're done for. This is what will keep you stable, like it speaks of in the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. What time? You read the book of Daniel 12 and 1, a time like never before. Actually, let me get it. It's man. See? The time of the end. That's the title, Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, the elect of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time, look at the word time. 1, 2, 3. 3 times it's been mentioned. Maybe 4 if I'm overlooking it. Right? And at that time, 1, shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which shall stand for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, that's 2, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, 3. And at that time, 4, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. It mentioned time 4 times, man. These are the times we're living in where it's going to be bad, chaotic out here in these streets, man. And the only protection you're going to have is the intervention of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. Miracles are about to start taking place. Brothers that's doing this work will start performing miracles. Like everything that happened before is going to happen again, man. All of a sudden, Trump made that statement in the headlines one day ago with the Newsweek and CNN and DW and the Moscow Times. This is all biblical prophecy that's happening, man. Iran and Russia lunch annual naval joint drills. You see? So, man, the time is nearing where all hell about to break loose, man. People are already pissed off from the jobs and the tariffs that's happening, and people, like, you can tell their ass is getting unsettled. Basically, people gonna start to unravel. This is what's going to keep us stable. Lord willing, we take hold to this and keep it, man. So, Lord willing, I hope this was edifying. Until the next time, I shall say, Shalom. Also, the lead up into the time of Jacob's trouble. Shalom.